Hey everybody, my name's Adam. No intro today, serious video. Kind of sad too. It really hurts me too. Well, we gotta give a moment of silence to Steve Ditko. Living, was a legend and very, very reclusive too. And the whole thing is, okay, with Steve Ditko, he was, it's kind of a controversy between Stan Lee, was a controversy between Stan Lee, him, and Jack Kirby. He basically redesigned Spider-Man, like with the webbing and stuff, like with his, the classic iconic red and blue look. There's a video called Jack Kirby, draw Spider-Man. You can look it up on this platform. Then, there's like a minor disagreement between him and Stan Lee in 1968 on the direction to take the character. Where, okay, he goes, yeah, after this point in the story, Spider-Man's a man after he threw off this weight, tremendous amount of weight, to go save his Aunt May. Well, then Steve Ditko moved on to DC. And for Marvel, he also co-created Doctor Strange. Then after that, and he was a phenomenal artist, was emboldened by Will Eisner's art style, the spirit. Then he moved on to DC. He created the Question, which was in a natural force against good versus evil. Instead of locking him up, villain up, he waxed him basically. The Question was, basically like a modern era Shadow. Then he also created the Creeper. Co-created the Creeper too. Another, really cool, obscure DC character. And his own work, I think he was self-publishing the book. I'm not quite sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. There's this character called Mr. A, which was, basically like good. There's the white and black, the good versus the evil. And with the good versus the evil aspect, he threw out these cards, and if somebody caught him and it turned black or white, say if you got a black card, you're evil, and he would wax you. Now, if there was a good, and it turned white, you're good, you're free to go. And then, people like Abby Citizen are, basically politicizing his death, like Al Ewing has, and I think in the 1990s, it was very tragic. He was burning hundreds of thousands of dollars of, just destroying hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of art, possibly millions of original pictures of Spider-Man, because he did not want to be known for the creation of Spider-Man. And yeah, it's really, really sad. And there's this documentary named In Search of Steve Ditko. It's like Alan Moore and Neil Gaiman just crapping on the man for his politics, of being a moral objectivist, of good and evil. So, okay, and this is the part where we're going to get to the other news regarding Stan Lee. And I really, really do deeply feel disturbed and hurt by this. The whole thing is that, well, with Stan Lee, he's been suffering elder abuse, and this is what is the most screwed up part of the whole thing that really, really pisses me off. The whole aspect of it, there's 2 lawyers showed up to defend Mr. Stan Lee, where he's been the victim for months for elder abuse, physical and verbal abuse by his agent, Kiva Morgan. And he wanted to get a permanent restraining order. A nurse stated that she noticed that there's bruises on the right side of his body, and he heard him yelling at Mr. Lee, and nobody will, and they threw out the restraining order, and there's people there's one guy that's an actual fan that wants to, out there, that wants to, stand up for him. Kevin Smith, okay? And the whole thing that breaks my heart about the whole thing is that Stan Lee stated, after his case was just thrown out and he can't reapply for it, is that he wants to go to sleep and die where he lost all will to live. And please, share this video around, because take Kevin Smith in it, because he needs, he's a fan, and to see him, hell, if I had living arrangements here, I'd look out for Stan Lee. I wouldn't touch a dime. I'd give him advice if it was a bad or good idea. If Mr. Lee has age where he's with his failing eyesight, is that, and then be like, hey, Stan, I think it's a bad idea. If it didn't, oh, my cat. Getting into something, I don't know what, but hey, he's a cat. I'm letting him do his kitty thing. And the whole thing about it is that, well, it's like people are have turned into vultures, like his daughter, JC, where she has done some horrible things, actually has been actually caught on record, physically abusing him, and now everybody's vying for his money and his age. Vultures are swooping in and stuff, and he doesn't have any kind of protection now because of what happened in court. And let me state what he said again. And the nurse, basically, that the whole thing is that he said, the nurse stated that she noticed he was being physically abused, but she never saw it. And he's, after the court case, he said, I just want being thrown out as a permanent restraining order is, I just want to go to sleep and die, which is hurtful. You look at Stan Lee, he's like everybody's grandfather. And whew, it's kind of like a big deal and stuff like that to, like, comic fans. Hell, like, I encourage everybody to take this video and share it around with Stan Lee. I mean, no, Kevin Smith. Sorry. Kind of brain for Kevin Smith and stuff like that, because I'm really concerned about his well-being. Because I look at him as a guy, like, every comic book fan looks up to. Everyone. I look up to him. And none of these, like, big name actors or anything are rising up to him. The only person I see rising up, stepping up to the plate, like, hey, I'm an actual fan, I actually care about him, it's Kevin Smith raising up his head, stepping up to the plate. So, yeah, share this around, because, hey, he actually does care about Stan Lee. Heck, like, quite a few years ago, he actually fell down and on a staircase, and, like, Kevin Smith actually does care about him. And it's really, really weird. Like, Hollywood, like, is just turning a blind eye, being like, well, nothing's going on here. When, like, Disney is, like, making multiple billions of dollars off of the Marvel movies. Not the comics, but the movies. And ticket sales. And it's really, really strange. Nobody, like, stands up for Stan Lee. And, hey, until next time, I'm signing off. And be good to each other. Be careful out there. And until next time, I will definitely see you guys around.